What's up with you? Welcome to Gordon Knows Best. I'm your host, Kenneth Lavero Twain Gordon. Thanks for stopping by the GKB podcast. We look forward to chilling out with you guys for many more episodes. If you don't mind, take the time out to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, if you don't mind, leave a comment and share this video with someone else. It is our goal here at GKB to make you laugh and even sometimes make you cry. We don't mind having all those mixed emotions here. Nobody here is sensitive. I look forward to your feedback, and I look forward to coming with you guys at least 3-4 times a week. I hope you here with me. But today, we're going to talk about a topic that needs to be discussed. Number one, Atlanta Dream and Indiana Fever play this week. Unless you've been on the rock, you know the two players that plays for those teams. So today, we're going to talk about the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Is this the second coming of Bird and Magic? Let's talk about it. Now let's start off with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark from Des Moines, Iowa. Of course, she has a whole state on her back because everybody wants to see her succeed. She definitely succeeded when she got to the college level. Let's talk about some of the goals and some of the heights that she reached. Number one, she averaged 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists a game. All basketball players know that's almost a triple-double. That's some Oscar Robertson type stuff. It's some Russell Westbrook type numbers. She was a 2-time NCAA Player of the Year. Now, only 8 other women in college basketball have reached those goals. I'll just name a few. Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Swoops, Dawn Stately, Brianna, played for New York, Brianna Stewart, that is, and Simone Augustin. Now, I know I'm missing a couple more, but that just lets you know the type of class that she in. Also, she's the NCAA all-time leading scorer. She didn't do it in an extra year to break the record. She did it in 4 years. She's made the most three-point shots in the history of college basketball. You had people like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, who all players and all those who watched her play, they compare her game, to Stephen Curry. Because just like him, she shoot from the logo. Last but not least, the main question when it comes to Caitlin Clark is, how do we get here? How is it that her rivalry with Angel Reese is so big? Well, let's look at this. Let's look at the 2023 NCAA tournament. This is when the noise actually started. Let's look at some of her big-time numbers. I got it here somewhere. Just give me a chance, and I'm going to get them to you. Round 1 of the tournament. They played Southeastern Louisiana. She had 26 points and 12 assists. Round 2, they played the University of Georgia. She had 22 points and 12 assists. Round 3, they played the University of Colorado. She had 31 points and 8 assists. Now this next one, you need to put an asterisk next to it. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. In the Elite 8 to go to the Final Four, Caitlin had 41 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. She had a triple-double to get the Iowa Hawkeyes into the Final Four. And of course, last but not least, in the Final Four, they played the South Carolina Gamecocks, coached by the one and only Don Staley. They was undefeated. If I'm not mistaken, they was 36-0. What Caitlin do? She had 41 points and 8 assists. Now, mind you, South Carolina was coming off back-to-back Final Fours. They was just coming off a national championship, trying to win their second championship in a row. And think about it. They went into the game 36-0. So we can't hate on Caitlin Clark. We can't do that. She's one of the best to ever play the game. But while she was doing her thing on one side of the bracket, there was another young lady from, I think she's from Randallstown, Maryland. She was doing her thing too. Let's talk about that. Angel Reese. Let's talk about this. Angel Reese won 4, not 1, not 2, not 3. She won 4 state championships. Which means what? She's a proven winner. That's what she do is win. Then she goes to Maryland. She transferred from Maryland after averaging a double-double her sophomore year and goes to LSU. Once she goes to LSU, Kim Mulkey is the coach. They got 9 transfers and a handful of freshmen. So any coach know we basically start from the beginning because, hey, we got to get this chemistry going. Not only did she dominate, but she dominated like no other women's college basketball player ever has. Angel Reese had 34 double-doubles in the regular season. 34. That's the record. That's the NCAA record. Now let's talk about her tournament numbers. First round, they played Southeastern Louisiana. No, my bad. That was Caitlin Clark. First round, Angel Reese played the University of Hawaii. 34 points and 15 rebounds. Next game, second round, they played the University of Washington. My girl had 25 points and 24 rebounds. Going into the Sweet 16, they played University of Utah. 17 points, 12 rebounds. The game in the Elite 8, they played University of Miami, my home state team. 13 points, and 18 rebounds. And in the Final Four, they played Virginia Tech. My girl had 24 points and 12 rebounds. What did you hear? Every single last game in the tournament, she had a double-double. One or two of the only players to ever have done that. If I'm not mistaken, she could be the only player to average a double-double in the NCAA tournament. But how did the rivalry start? That's the question that a lot of us want to know. Before we can get to the Bird and Magic comparisons, we got to talk about how the rivalry started. Remember I told you to put an asterisk by Caitlin's triple-double game against Louisville in the Elite Eight? Well, towards the end of the game, she was walking towards the bench because they had to won the game. And she did the John Cena gesture, "You can't see me." There was no outroar. As a matter of fact, there was some praise. Now, let me read what John Cena said after the game. This is what he tweeted her. I think it was a tweet, but now the company is called X or something like that. Even if they could see you, they couldn't guard you. Congrats on a historic performance at Caitlin Clark 22 and at our women's basketball. That quote came directly from John Cena. So let me say it again. Caitlin Clark walked off the floor, did the John Cena "You can't see me," and everybody started talking about she's a gamer. She's a winner. She done something that nobody else was able to do. Let's fast forward to the national championship game. Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes, fresh off of upsetting the #1 team in America, possibly the #1 college basketball team ever, because they was undefeated. So any undefeated team, they're going to compare them to be the best. They upset Dawn Staley in South Carolina. Caitlin Clark had a great game. She didn't do the John Cena "You can't see me," but she did it against Louisville. So now, in the national championship game, you got LSU versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. What happened? Towards the end of the game, after LSU scored the most points ever in the national championship game, after listening to all the doubters, after listening to all the hate, Angel Reese, once again, had won 4 state championships. Now she's getting ready to bring LSU their first national championship. So while she was on the free throw line, game pretty much already over, she did the John Cena "You can't see me." Once she did that, what happened? I want you guys to tell me what happened. Was it because it was just a competitive thing? Was it bad sportsmanship? What was it? But I know, according to her, she got a few death threats because she did the same thing Caitlin Clark did. Honestly, this is when the rivalry started. It didn't start before that. It didn't start after that. It started exactly when Angel Reese did the "You Can't See Me." And I'm going to be honest. They competitors. They don't hate each other. I think it's more of the media. I think it's more of fans that have started this, you can call it beef, you can call it hate. I think it's more so them that started this, because those two girls have changed college basketball forever in a positive way. Please understand that when you talk about women's college basketball and when you talk about women pro basketball, in the future, you got the name Caitlin Clark and you got the name Angel Reese, because they have changed the women's game forever. Now today, we're just doing a part one. But Wednesday, we really gonna get into the numbers. We're gonna get into the numbers of the viewership, the revenue, salaries. We're gonna get into things that comparison to what Magic had to go through, what Larry had to go through. You guys gonna already know, okay, this is similar to what Larry Bird and Magic Johnson went through. First of all, I would just like to say thank you. This is my first podcast, so guess what? I'm gonna get better. Today, I really just wanted to get this out because every time I do it, I'm 100% gonna get better. Thank you guys for stopping by, taking your time out to listen. I look forward to hearing your constructive criticism. I look forward to hearing your voices, because they need to be heard. I just need you guys to support me and support what we're doing, because the GKB podcast will be doing this thing for years to come.
Bluetooth.
Understand this now.
Connected.
Thank you. And we out. No good, but so good. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, keep doing your thing. I definitely be watching Thursday. We'll holler. We out.